Well, I think I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. This is my little system, my EasyStart system, because it doesn't seem to work with the heat pump, and I don't have, the only thing I got is a heat pump. I don't have any kind of gas here, so natural, propane, or otherwise. So a heat pump works fine here. It's just not that cold. I might turn it on 3 times a year. It's very rare. So there's the EasyStart right there, and there are my switches I put in. And where we are, we're just sitting here in my chair, and so we're not really far away. But what I've had to do is I have to isolate the compressor in 2 ways. Let's see if I can show you what I got here. So see, I got the 3 on the top and the 1 on the lower right. That's for AC. And then I switch all those off and turn the lower left one on. It says heat right there. And I only have to have 1 on. That's just going to hook the compressor up. So I'm going to isolate the compressor, put it on that lower left switch. And so it's or. You can have 1 on or the other. And the EasyStart is the brown that goes to the compressor, the orange that goes to the Herm, the white that goes to the switch, and the black that goes to the common. Now I've had this thing hooked up before, and I love it for air conditioning. Didn't work for heat so good. I don't know why, but I don't really care, because I run air conditioning a lot more than I run heat. So this is my little code here. So there's your EasyStart. N means brown in my world, in English cars, and so brown goes directly to the compressor. And then, like I said, I'm going to take the original wire from the compressor and up to the switch, and that'll be that one right there. That'll be yellow or red or whatever it is, going to the compressor, and that's going to hook up the original one. That's the lower left one, the one on the very top right here. And the other ones are EasyStart, the 4 wires from the EasyStart. So Herm to common, to the switch where the original compressor wire went into the switch. You're going to isolate that one. And let's see what else I got here. Yeah, I'm still working on this alternator. Still waiting on parts there. This one's a little bit more confusing. So, but I got real high quality switches. I got super high quality switches. They are not the residential, $1.25 quarter staff things. They're kind of pricey, but they're high amperage, and because I wanted the best possible I could get here. So see the fish right there? That's just a little fun thing. I don't know why I do that. I like to draw little fishes. Best fishes. So anyway, that one's a little bit too confusing. So, but I think that's where I started, and then I simplified. So I like keeping my paperwork when I start from the very first time I sit down until I finish the job. So I've got to collect up a bunch of stuff to go out there. It's cold as heck out there right now. I can't believe it. So this is my list of stuff. You got to turn the power off. Go into your unit. You got to drain your capacitor. And wire, tape, wire nuts, greases for the alternator down there. Anyway, hope that comes today, that voltage regulator. So you need a Herm plug for the female plug for the capacitor. Several different kinds of cutters, strippers, solder, flux, soldering iron, some nut drivers, positive and negative, but that just means Phillips head and straight head, and fluke. And so there's my soldering iron, and I'm going to have an M&M sandwich here in a little bit, and kind of get some stuff out of here. So there we go. We're going to go out there and do her. So here we are outside, and I got to pull those wires through this thing. This is the main cable. That's for the if it's wired originally with no EasyStart. These I've marked. That's pretty heavy stuff. This is for a well pump. See, that's brown, and whatever whatever that is and whatever that is. I hope that hadn't all come off. Let's take a look. Waiting on the hummingbirds. Okay, orange. Oda. Okay, white, and this must be black. That's the earthing one. Okay, so I got to thread all that through my conduit pipe here, and I think I got to hook up those two wires first. So I need 5 6-foot long things here. Let me get my key and unlock that thing. Okay, okay, good. Okay, put that there. This house has several boxes for whatever the reason is. I don't know. So there's your heat pump. That's the surge unit. I put a surge right there. There's the Redneck Spa. And there's whatever I marked there, crawl space. Okay. And I guess we can turn the surge protector off. Okay. We're just going to turn everything off. Buddy Holly was here. And, okay, so we're ready to discharge that capacitor. I've got, John brought up a case of Yingling. I don't really drink beer that much. I don't really like it. Always feels so heavy. And let's see, the water's turned off. So we're back here. This used to hold a satellite dish. So let's see, we got power here. I've got power there, because I got a solder out there. And I've got my beginnings of something. I'm going to end up sitting on this thing. So, whew, cold and windy. So let's hook them up. I don't know if the hummingbirds will come today in this cold. I don't know. It's 50 something, early 50s, 51 or 2. But they're supposed to be here any time. I can't wait. So entertaining they are. I've collected up all my bits here. It's a 121. And I've got my wire and my tools and my flux and some grease and some dielectric grease and all kind of stuff in my little bucket. So let's go up here and do this thing. Ain't gonna be too bad. Can't forget to discharge that capacitor. You've got to remember to do that, or you can really get hurt badly or expire. All right, so I've got these soldered in. I kind of like using these things and then solder them in real good. And now I get my conduit pipe going and get on over to there. But there you go. Nice work, huh? A lot of solder, but it's worth it. Okay, we're through with this part of our show. Out here, we're going to be moving back there now. And I don't know, we're just going to put that there temporary like. I'll seal that up here shortly. I've got some black silicone. We'll just put some more there. Let's not take any out. Okay, so that's closed up. We got conduit. We're ready to move to the back here and see what we're going to do about that. How about that? Johnny Donovan. USDA grade 8, actually 9 cents a pound. 9 cents a pound. Spuds, USDA grade spuds. 9 cents a pound, parking shop. Another way to check to make sure your power's off is just if you have an electric thermostat, which most people do now, Nest things or whatever, just come inside and make sure it's off. It is off. So that's good. Okay. Let's get a cool drink. Oh my. Kind of got hot out there. It was cold now. I'm all sweaty. Take my jacket off. Okay. Whew, what a mess. I like it though. I like a good organized mess. I am going to use wire nuts, but I'm going to pack them with this stuff and I'm going to wrap them with some black tape. And so it'll be okay. Especially in this environment. This is going to be kind of a little bit covered. So I think it's going to be fine. It's not, no reason to keep going on this soldering routine. And I've got my conduit pipe all the way past my little brick wall there. So, okay, just wanted to make note. Okay, so I've got the conduit going to there. I got everything wired. and I'll go point it all out to you. And I'm going to turn this back on before I put the cover back on it, see if anything blows up here. That's fine right there. Oh, I thought I heard something. Why did I hear something? I don't know. I'll figure it out. We're going to run the heat pump first. I think it's cold enough to do that. And it's also probably warm enough to run the air conditioner later. So, okay. So we got the orange going to Herm. We got the black going to the contact. Don't confuse those because they're different. So one's a common. On mine it's the lower left. And it's that right there, the lower left. And we got the white and the original wire going to the switch upper right. We got the two wires going to the motor. One is for the original setup, one is for the EasyStart. So we're going to clean all that up too here pretty soon. Just I got to check it first. So see, orange Herm, white to the switch, common to the motor. That's your 4 wires. Then your other 2 wires, just make it run originally so we can run the heat pump. So let's go see if we can make the heat pump come on. And we got the steady light there, that's good. Okay, so let's go in and see what's on. Or something. Okay, so according to my chart, if you want heat, all you gotta do is this one. Remember my chart right there. So that should hook up that. So let's get our FLIR ready to go. No, don't fall over. Let's fall over anyway. It's hard to do that with gloves on. Alright, so we're back up to here. Power's on. I'm going to go to heat. And we're going to go up to, so in 15 minutes it'll be 61. Okay, I hear things kicking on. This is the closest one to the heat exchanger. I don't know how long it'll take it to kick on, but right now we're blowing at 53. Okay. Alright, we'll have to wait for the compressor to kick in, I think. Okay, so the heat's working. Ooh, coming out hot too. We're gonna let that run a little bit. Okay, so good for me. So it's 57 over there and 102 there. Okay, so that's working. Alright, so good. So happy. So we got heat for next year. I don't think I'm gonna need it here this year. Gonna wait for a while. It's 4:20, and we're gonna wait for a while, and then we'll test the air conditioning because it'll be warm enough in here, of course. All right, so we got heat. It's about 10 minutes later. So this gets turned off. That gets turned on. That turns on the EasyStart, and the EasyStart power is on. Okay. I got a warning light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, let's see what the problem is. I had a feeling. Okay, it took some doing, but I figured out what I did. Now, last year when this thing failed, the 2 different guys were out here, and they changed some wiring, and I didn't know that. So the common wire coming from the motor, the compressor motor, had been switched. I finally figured that out. So I got the common wire on the right terminal. Mine's a little different. I don't know why. I've looked and looked and looked. So I got my common wire going to the common terminal on the switch, and it was upside down, so I had to move it to the top. So I got mine happens to be yellow going from the compressor. And here, let's just look right here. Mine's like this. Okay, so there's, oh, my shoulder. There's my compressor. So the red wire, or the run wire, is yellow. And I took that off and hooked up the brown wire to the EasyStart. And then I followed this wire and found that it had been changed. This black wire, the C wire, and the black wire from the EasyStart goes on that one. I had it down here. And then you go to the Herm, and then the white wire goes where the yellow wire went on the switch. So I got it going. Boy, it's blowing cold as ice, and it's already cold. So I'm going to turn that off. But see, now we just got green lights. All is good. Sorted it out. Took some doing. Let's turn that off. I'm going to have to get a warm robe going here. Okay, let's just turn that off. Okay. And there's off. Okay. Woo! Now, it took a couple of starts. There it goes. It just cut off. And I hooked up my Bluetooth on my phone. And so it took a couple of times to get everything kind of, I guess the capacitor's charged and everything. But now we got it going. And I can switch back over to the compressor for the heat pump next time around. So I got it. So that switch down, the other 4 switches up, and that puts you in EasyStart. We're on Easy Street. All right, so give me a thumbs up. And boy, that was really something. It took me a good long time to figure out what was wrong. I had to come in here, and everybody's different. The thing's real easy to hook up, and I hooked it up like I did last time, but it ain't. But see, my whole system changed. So when they came and did all that other stuff, because you know I had the blower motor and the air handler go bad because the capacitors are inside the thing. That was the first problem. And the second problem was, and it's on one of my videos from a long time ago, but the A coil, this has a single coil, not an A coil, but a single coil blew when I turned the heat on because the pressures change. So, but anyway, thank goodness I have all that warranty on it. So they've been real good to me, kinda. So good enough. And I don't mind giving them, some labor costs because it's not their fault. But the parts have been free so far. So I think I'm about 3 years into a 10-year deal. So anyway, that's it. Let me go put something warm on. Oh, look at all the birds. All the robins out there. I'm going to let them be. Let them eat. The guinea hens have been up and everything else. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you where they were spraying out there today. I waited a good long time before I went outside after that. So anyway, EasyStart back in the saddle. I'm going to let them know because they had already started a thing with Bryant at EasyStart. So I'm going to let him know that I got it all wired up and figured it all out, and just they can close out that file. So if you start a file with them and if you get it going, then let them know. So very good, very good. I'm very impressed by this system. Let's see. Okay, mine is a blue because it's kind of a small thing. So I put it in April 2023, and so I would say the residential QR code, what's that, quick response code, did pretty good. And you can look up brand specific too, so be sure and do that if you want to. Okay, thanks a lot. Let's watch the sun go down, moon come up, and Mayberry will shine tonight. Wow, what a day. Glad to have that done. That's a big check mark off my big list. Well, I don't know what that is. And the birds are leaving. So do what the birds do. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to stay inside for a while. Let's see if I can get a... oh, come on. I'm not paying trying to do two things at once. Okay, there he is right there. Wait, got him on the phone. Right out at my front door. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to work outside for a while. I have some working outside to do. Alright, well that's it. That's all the show.